Hold on. Hold on. Ow, ow. Okay. Are we here? Are we good?
Can you hear me?
Hold on. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
you
hold
hear
on. Let
me?
me turn up my volume really fast. Okay, go ahead and say something again.
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dogs.
Perfect. Got you. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Wow. Okay. This is really cool. I'm sorry. I'm like freaking out right now. This is so cool. I absolutely love Legos like so much. The fact that you've designed like so many of like my favorite sets is so cool.
So I've been doing this for 26 years.
Wow.
My first sets came out in 1995, and
What was the first set that you designed?
they were the space shuttle sets back in 1995. The one that you had the
Wow.
shuttle and the solid rocket boosters and the fuel thing on a launch pad, and then the other one that had was on an airplane.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
So,
What's the favorite that you've made? What's been your favorite design?
uh, like my favorite set of everything,
Yeah.
the 2000 giant minifigure set.
Oh my gosh.
That came out the same time the giant dragon, the giant the Statue of Liberty. Um,
Yeah.
Before anybody says anything, the picture of me, that's when I was 21 years old. I am not 21 anymore. Just to let somebody know that. I've had people have a fit
That's
because you don't sound 20. That's because I'm not. I have a 4-year-old granddaughter who shares a birthday with me, and she thinks it's great because she thinks mommy and grandpa work for Santa Claus, right? Doesn't it doesn't help that our boss in Denmark, his name is Klaus with a K.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, and when she sees
Wait.
his phone number on our phones, it's like 14 or 15 digits. And that's a
Yeah.
really long distance call. And um, so have you ever heard of Bionicle?
Yes. Yeah. I used to have a bunch of Bionicle sets when I was little.
I was one of the three designers that designed those sets. I started off doing what's called slizzers or throwbots, depending on what part of the world you were in. Um, and then Robo Riders and Hero Factory, what's called construction Lego sets, and that was Star Wars and DC and Marvel action figures. In fact, I've got an Iron Man construction figure signed by Robert Downey Jr. and Stan Lee.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And
Wow.
then they just gave me various
That's
things to do when Bionicle ended. And the 1999 original Star Wars sets were all my designs. Um, the original Harry Potter series were all my design. But I don't do either one of those on a regular basis anymore.
that is so cool. Oh my gosh. Did you have any sort of are you specifically Lego sets or did you have any sort of hand at any of the games or any of the like anything like that?
Like the
Like the
video
video
games,
games.
the actual
Yeah.
Lego game board games, because there was Lego board games.
I had no idea there were board games. Wait, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Um, the only part that I had anything in with the actual video games is there's a couple of video games you can put well, a few people, you can put your employee number in, your employee ID number in, and you will get a minifigure of yourself to play with.
That's so
and
cool.
it's hard coded into the game. So anybody that knows that code can like get a minifigure myself.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You must have like some insane stories from working for Legos for so long.
All right. You want a really funny one?
Yes,
So
absolutely, I do.
um, when I got hired the same day I interviewed. um, so I'd been working for Intel. The PhD in my name is from MIT. I went and got a PhD in computer science and theory in 6 years on top of three other degrees.
Wow.
um, so I worked in tech, and then my job at Intel, they told everybody either move across the country or we will say that we will cancel your contract and you won't get any um, unemployment insurance. Yeah. So a lot of
Oh
us
my
started
gosh.
looking for their jobs, and I saw on the internet at the time open casting for Lego. Just come in and have an interview. So I went in and they put me on in a room with a bunch of parts and wanted me to build George Washington's head in 30 minutes, and then the guy left me. um, so I got about his face done, and the guy comes back in and he says, "What's this?" I go, "Well, this is as far as I got." And he says, "Oh, I wanted it as a mosaic, which is a picture, right? Instead of 3D." And
Yeah.
I was making it in 3D, and I go, "Well, that's not what you told me." And he says, "Oh, well, um, he says, "Oh, well, you're hired anyway. Let's go do your paperwork."
That's
So,
so funny.
um,
Oh my gosh.
and then I moved from where I was all the way to Enfield, Connecticut, which is where
Wow.
the United States home of Lego is. And I spent 20 years living there on top of spending 4 to 5 months a year in Japan because I have dual citizenship. I'm half Japanese on my father's side. So
Wow.
um, my uncle is Nobuyuki Okude, the guy who invented um, Diaclone robots, which became Transformers. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is the best live I've ever had in my life. This is so cool.
So so he takes me in to do the paperwork. And do you know what a firewalk is, where people like walk on glass?
Yeah, yeah.
So they had a strip of uh, um, uh, Lego on the floor, and they go, and he's like, "Well, this is your second test." And I'm like, "Ha ha ha! I got him right." And so he says, "You need to take your shoes off, and you need to walk on this thing." And I'm like, "Oh, I got this, great." Because what he didn't know at the time, because they didn't interview me, I don't have legs below my thigh. I halfway between my thigh and my knee, I don't have legs. They're prosthetic. So I twisted my foot completely off and handed it to him. And I go, "Do you want me to do the other one?" And he says, "Well, I guess you're exempt."
Oh my god. That's legendary. This is
So,
crazy. I've never met someone so interesting.
well, um,
Wow.
so, and then I moved everything I had. I bought an RV and I bought a patch of land, and I put an RV and a shed on a little patch of land in Enfield, and I bought the land, bought everything all outright, and lived. Well, I took two RVs because one got fell apart, and I had to buy another one. Um, it happens. Hey, chicken. Hey, chicken, chicken, chicken. Beep, beep, beep. Um, so bought the second RV and spent 20 years on that land. And then about 6 years ago, I moved. Um, and I'm here with my daughter, and she has been working for Lego for 10 years. She
Wow.
got her interview. I was able to get her and the guy who runs Ninjago now. Um, they both interviewed at the same time. They didn't have it as easy as I did because they had to interview and do testing and had to go over to Denmark on their own money. Um,
Wow.
so, yeah, uh, and they both got hired. In fact, everybody I've
That's
recommended to Lego to be hired has been hired.
that is so cool. Oh my gosh.
Uh, I am
Wow.
I am retiring in November. Um,
Oh
for various
wow.
for various reasons. There's stuff coming down the pipe through Lego that I'm not too keen about um, because we have the a new owner, the original owner's son, and he's making lots of changes that people that well the people that have been working here longer are not too particularly fond of. So
Yeah.
I also have been, I was recently, like 3 months ago, diagnosed with stage 3 brain cancer. Um, and so there's that.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So I have decided that between everything that's going on with work and my health, that retirement is a good idea.
Yeah, that's
And
wow.
I still get
I'm so sorry.
I'll still get all my Lego for free. So we have Lego furniture. They're really large blocks. I have a bed frame made out of Lego. We have couches, tables, everything. And these are load bearing blocks, so you can like make houses out of them.
Yeah.
And I have a 6 foot tall working Lego grandfather clock I built just for fun. Yes,
Whoa.
yes, little tree. If you look up Ever Block, EVER block, that is Lego furniture.
That's so cool.
It's insanely expensive though.
That's so cool though. Oh my gosh.
So,
Wow. This is
um,
so
so yeah,
interesting.
I've done stuff. Have you ever heard of the card game Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
The creator of that, his name is Kazuki Takahashi. He just passed away. Um, him and I went to high school together.
Whoa.
Um, so, yeah. Um,
Wow. That's so cool.
oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is ow, ow, ow. Sorry.
Well, he's really just going to town on you, ain't he? It's like watching cats, It's like watching
Yeah,
cats.
they're very affectionate and love jumping up on me, but sometimes their claws are very painful.
I um, I tell some people who show me their cats and stuff that know where I come from, and I go, "Oh, they look delicious."
I love that. Okay, what are you doing? She's like slowly sliding down my back. I don't. Do you want to?
But
Ow. Okay.
I've been doing
Sorry.
this for a long time. In fact, I have lost track most of the time. People will say, "Well, did you do this?" And I go, "Most likely." I don't remember, but most likely.
Oh my gosh. No, that's great. I love that. That's
If you've
insane.
ever seen, if you've ever seen a click hinge, it's two fingers of plastic that goes into another finger of plastic, and they actually make a clicking sound, and they hold together. I invented all of those originally for the X-wing starfighter for the first series of Lego Star Wars, so the X foils would stay in position.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
if you've ever seen what's called a stud shooter, it's a little gun that you put a single stud Lego plate in, and you flick a little switch, and it shoots the stud out. I did that,
Wow, that is so cool.
and it's not
Oh
always
my
about
God.
the big sets and stuff like that. It's the
Yeah.
little things. Um,
Wow. You are an absolute genius. Oh my gosh.
Degrees
This
and
is like,
things.
oh,
So yeah, well, that chicken wing,
quick.
like kick right there in the thing of it. No,
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Yeah, I totally need a documentary about your life because this is so cool. God, if I was a screenwriter already, I would 100% be like, can I document your life?
well, that's the thing is a lot of thing for working for Lego is you can't claim ownership of anything you make,
Yeah.
because you make it for them. But I've met in 26 years, I've met lots of people. I got to meet all the three kids that I can't even remember their names from the Harry Potter movies, the three main characters. I got to meet
Wait,
them.
really?
McGonagall. I got to meet the guy who played Snape before he died.
Oh yeah, Alan Rickman. Oh, I
I've
love
met
him.
Michael. I got to go to Neverland to meet Michael Jackson through work.
That's so cool.
There was a life size Darth Vader statue in New York City that he bought, and he said he would only buy it if the creator who did it brought it to him, and I got him to sing for me and everything. So,
Wow,
and I go,
that's amazing.
last time I saw you in person, you were 7 years old. And he said, "Wow, you're a lot older than you look." I go, "It's the Japanese genes." um,
Oh my
you know,
gosh, that's so amazing.
Robert Downey Jr., Tom Cruise, because Lego's got the Mission Impossible license. Um,
Yeah.
he was not too much fun.